Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, I've been seeing this trend randomly going around TikTok, and it's called gingers. Gingers are black, right? I don't know. I don't even know how this started, but we're gonna dive into it, and we're gonna look and see what's going on and what people are talking about. So, with that being said, we're smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, great, overachieving, never slacking. And I guess today I'm saying what's smoking on my gingers. So let's get to it. Here we go.
Alright, listen up, white folk. Now that gingers have finally been claimed and are able to take their rightful place with our black brothers and sisters, we gotta set some ground rules for the rest of you male looking ass people. First up, you cannot use the G word anymore, okay? That term is reserved for us, and also all black people now have the G word pass. We are part of the BIPOC community, okay? We are POHC, people of hair color. Number two, if you use SPF 50 or higher, that is cultural appropriation. And no, we are not all Irish, okay? That is a stereotype. And to tack on to that, leprechaun is also a slur too. Number three, no, you cannot ask us if the curtain matches the drapes, okay? We are not here to be fetishized. We are not here for your amusement. We will also no longer be standing for the media portrayals of gingers, particularly ginger women, as being hypersexual vixen temptresses. Dolly Parton, you get a pass for Jolene. Everyone else, no. Now, Redhead Appreciation Day is on September 23rd annually. And we extend this to also be celebrating our black brothers and sisters as well. And Kiss a Ginger Day on January 12th is out. And all of these regulations and protections extend to the rest of the black community as well, not just the ginger port. And to respect the invitation into the community, we also have no requests with regards to partaking in Juneteenth with you. That is all for you guys. As for Black History Month, we only request that now we be allowed to claim 50% share of Malcolm X. BLM. Alright, listen up, white folk. Now that gingers have finally been claimed and are able to take their... Alright, listen up.
Okay, that was wild. So in the comments, I see people saying, "My ginger, don't let people randomly touch your hair moving forward." Fellow gingers, y'all better be on your best behavior. It is the highest honor we have ever had. Listen, everything that I don't know how this started, okay? I have no idea. Everything he was talking about, I don't, I don't even know about, Juneteenth or, February, Black History Month. And you only know about that because of school, but in all reality, that ain't really, I was disrespected getting that when I first heard about that because it's like, I don't want no month, like we can celebrate ourselves every day. We don't need nobody giving us no month, But yeah, that was wow. It's just I really I need someone to explain why this is a trend. Like, how did this start? What is going on? Gingers are the black white people.
I've been wanting to hop in on this. Gingers are the black people of white people because I've been saying this. I had a mentor in college. His name was Paul S. His last name is Polish. I'm not going to tell you his last name, so I'm going to put S. But he's my mentor. We still text to this day. But I told him, I was like, Paul, because I just got here. I'm fresh out the hood. I'm fresh out, like, a really diverse city. Like, I'm like, Paul, I see a lot of gingers. And they're real aggressive. They real, like, about they shit. Like, you can't really push over on them or nothing. And I just know that from watching. And when I told my mentor, Paul was like, bro, they're literally the black people of white people, for real. Like, they don't take no shit. And, like, I don't know. Now that the whole ginger conversation that they are, black people, and, like, they're really, like, tying back to the historical aspect of it, which is so funny because my great grandpa, I keep saying this shit, is Irish. Like, he was on that plantation with my great grandma. Like, my great grandma, like, they was out here. I've been wanting to hop in on this. Gingers.
See, that's what I'm looking for. More the history. I like the history. Someone said redhead here. people have been bullying us since birth. We learn fast to stand up for ourselves. I've always loved redheads, to be honest. I'm just gonna flat out say that I've always just something about redheads. I've just always liked. I always like what's different. You
Please,
know.
I beg of you, don't come at me for this. Tell me why I've just heard that gingers are black. I've got a few questions. Number one, why? Number two, am I now considered biracial? Number three, am I invited to the cookout? Those are my three questions. Why did I open my comment section? Everyone's saying you're one of us. I'm literally searching up on TikTok.
What?
Gingers are black people? And people are genuinely saying this. Now, I've heard this before. Would never obviously make a video on it because I don't think it's my place to speak on such activities. However, I've definitely heard that ginger people are the black people of white people. Now, I am not saying that. I'm keeping my lips closed. Apparently, our melanin is closer. I don't know how that works, but it's the mutation that our gene has causes the obviously red hair and the freckles. That mutation is closer to the melanin, I think, of black people. I'm confused. Why are ginger people now classed as black? I don't know. But please, I beg of you, don't come at me for this. Tell me why I've just
Okay, she was asking the right questions. That's the first thing I was thinking too. I've heard like different theories before, and I know me being Nigerian, there's a lot of Nigerians with red hair. People always think connect everything to they got to be biracial. I'm talking about there's some straight up, just like it's that Eve gene that can produce like anything, right? That comes out of when you look at the continent of Africa, you can look this up. You have the highest albinoism in the world coming out of Africa. Also in West Africa, you got the highest amount of twins coming out of Africa. Uh, and then there's this one town in Africa that I learned this from watching this one guy go out there for studying ball pythons because they originate in West Africa. I said yeah, they originate in that. And why does originate sound like not sound like the word? But they're from West Africa. But and there was this town where everything was like albino, even the animals. And when you asked the people, they said it was because their ancestors, from their galactic ancestors, came down eons ago, and it was a gift to the town, like the village, to where everything, even the animals, has like this high rate of albinoism going around, crazy. And then I even learned that there's like 7 different versions of albinoism. So it's a lot, but there's just these different mutations, and you got a lot of people with red hair. You got a lot of people with albinoism, and yeah, she's on to something there. She's definitely on to something there. I would like to get more so into the history. This guy right here, all of a sudden, it's a flex to be ginger. I gotta see this. So
I'm just trying to be myself. I got everybody mad at me for it. I hate to be so hot. Get me a surplus battery for it. This nigga content times whatever your set. I'm just trying to be myself. I got everybody mad at me for it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. See, that's the thing about the so-called black community. You got a lot of, like, for example, a lot of white supremacists out there. They'll feel like their thing is they'll say, "Oh, black people, they're racist too." Of course, you got you got prejudice everywhere, right? But a lot of the times when people be ignorant, it be because it be a response to the ignorance that we have faced in America. For as long as you could think. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're in denial of that, then I mean, I guess you're right then, right? But I face too much discrimination to count. A lot of the times it do be a response, but yeah, there is ignorant people out there for sure that say things where I'm like, ugh, you know, you make the team look bad, for sure. I'm never gonna deny that, but it's just like when you look at America, a lot of people are raised by the media, what they seen on TV and heard in songs, and there's like these different narratives. But as you can see, everybody, they show, the so-called black community, they show a lot of love, a lot of love. Like even when you look at the gangs of America, you go to a so-called black gang, you're gonna find everything in there, every ethnicity, everything in there. So You can't say the same for everybody else. I'm sure you're not gonna go to one of these skinheads or something or Nazis and see somebody that look like me up in there. Even though I think in Britain they had something like that already. Isn't there a movie that came out? Did it come out already where there was like the leader of a skinhead? Look at this. Look at this guy right here. Hold on. Look at this guy right here.
You don't come from office, so watch yourself. Fuck around and get beside yourself.
Oh
I know. Go ahead, though.
yeah.
Bump and get shaken. Drop that pussy. Stay in line, ho.
Oh man.
You don't come from
Oh
office.
no. These gingers is acting up now. Okay. They acting up. They feeling themselves. They feeling themselves. I wanna hear the history. Like I wanna hear the. Let me see what she got to say. I want to hear the historical.
I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people. All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman. Gingers are black. All gingers. I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has...
I need to know why this is being said. This comment is hilarious. Someone said orange is the new black. People are funny. This is funny, but it does bring people together, honestly. Like it's especially right now where it's like so many people are like it's like they're trying to start some type of a race war out here. If you guys notice, if you really pay attention, it's like it's like so much ignorance just being broadcasted all over. Okay, let's find the history. Let's get to the history of why
Gingers are black people, but not
Okay.
only that, but they were black people. They were literally black people. Up until the 1940s, Irish people were considered black because even if you had one drop of Negro blood, you were considered black.
oh he's going in. This seems like a like a Philippine man or some type of Asian man. And I always let me check, make sure I'm in the camera. I get a little paranoid with this because I always feel like I'm out the camera because I can't really see myself when I put this up. But okay, we're good. But yeah, he's getting to he's getting to what I wanted to hear, which is the sauce.
And they even had a term for it, smoked Irish. Even during segregation, they
Hold on, I want to rewind it.
were never considered to be white. So the movie Braveheart,
Let me rewind it. Hold on.
up until the
Oh.
1940s, Irish people were considered black because even if you had one drop of Negro blood, you were considered black. And they even had a term for it, smoked Irish.
From the joint low status of blacks and the Irish in Britain, and I can't see what that says, or in the United States during the 19th century. Smoked Irish. By extension, the Irish and their worldwide descendants, regardless of skin color. Wow. 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 I've heard of some stuff. I'm just thinking like I've heard of stuff like this. So it's synonymous blacks. I'm just hold on because like I'm kind of like a deer stuck in headlights right now because I'm just thinking like when you're trying to like recollect like your memory, like I remember hearing stuff like this, like well, I'm just trying to remember where was I. So someone said Irish and Jamaican accents sound the same too. Yeah, I heard about that because of them being on the indentured servitude and slavery being in the Caribbean. If y'all been on my channel for a while, you've heard me speak about that for a while, and I'm so happy that we're now in a time where this is coming out because I've been speaking about that. This is why like when you had video when y'all see me when I first started my YouTube, I was reacting to a lot of videos like to Adam Calhoun and a lot of the like so what you call like white country rappers. And I was like, yo, I forgot what they call themselves, like white boys or white rap, white squad, something they say. And I would always be like, yeah, my whole thing with that, with their fan bases, I'd always be like, I just talk about stuff like this, like to try and show people it was bigger than just what you're being classified as white or black. Someone said my whole name is Irish in Braveheart. Oh yeah. Let me finish this up.
Even during segregation, they were never considered to be white. So the movie Braveheart depicts a white man going up against the English army to stop the invasion. But what's wrong about this is that's supposed to be a black man. They told you that the Scottish and the Irish were fighting against the English and that their populations were wiped out by the potato famine or something. But no, actually, they were just deported.
I was looking through footage of my grandfather, who is my mother's dad, and he would use a bit of a more of an old school Cork, right? You'd hear this in a lot older generations, especially in the inner city of Cork, right? And I was thinking to myself, by Christ, Granda George sounds like he's from the middle of Barbados. So
Look at all these Jamaican and Caribbean last names. They all sound like Irish and Scottish last names. You got Carter, Parker, Porter, Brown, Smith, Campbell, Johnson, McTeague, Macbeth, McShakespeare. These all sound like white ass last names. I'm sorry. Like even my friend from Trinidad and Tobago, he had a white ass last name. I couldn't believe it. Now, as to how Ireland and Scotland became white, it only takes 3 generations of race mixing to turn them completely white. That's it. That's it. You just you take over the land, and then you give the soldiers the land, and then they replace the population. That's it. They used to be black people. That's it. When you mix white people with melanin, they start to have ginger hair and freckles, because that's like the genes fighting to be either become white or black. That's what a ginger or a light skinned person is. They're just someone who has a mixture of both. And once you know that, you can never unsee it. Like this beautiful girl over here, I understand now. This is a beautiful black woman. I understand it now. This is
That's
she
crazy.
used to be somewhere in her lineage. She was black.
It's crazy to hear that. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people that ain't gonna like that. When you start saying certain things and race get involved, a lot of people get triggered, and you got a lot of people that just ain't gonna like that.
Still is. Gingers are black people.
Wild, wild. Like, I mean, he's really going in. Um, Damn, this is a crazy thing right now, trending. Like,
Yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. Yeah.
so to waking up to the hype
You know what? Hell yeah.
about gingers actually being black. All I can say is sinners don't open the can of worms, and with that shift on the planet, people are, when you look at once again that Eve gene, and you look at when you study like mitochondrial DNA, and you look at how go to that continent, um, everybody's kind of just I guess craving to go back home in a sense. And when I say that, I mean subconsciously, a lot of people come from the same mother, right? Right? Like, I mean, it's like I'm gonna stop there.
I don't know what you heard about me,
Oh man.
but I'm a PIMP. And also, my skin's darker than yours.
Oh
Apparently,
man.
I'm considered black. And I am here for it. I had to make a video. I had to comment on this because I get asked by black women if I'm mixed. And I never understood it. I'm like, really? I'm a ginger. I just never understood it until I sat down and I talked to somebody who's black who asked me if I was mixed. And I was like, I guess I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah. And you can invite me to your cookout. I'll bring some watermelon.
Oh wow.
But if you think about it, honestly, we're all related down the line. It all started with Adam and Eve, and I believe that we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. Oh, the neighbor's doing something. But anyway, I just loved this. I love that this went viral, and I just wanted to make a video and comment about it. So let me know what you think. Okay, bye. I don't know what you...
For all those that want to start a race war, it seems like y'all may get a surprise because a lot of people kind of coming together under mysterious ways that we didn't expect. So, wow. Wow. I'll play one more video, yeah.
Y'all hear me out with this whole gingers are black people thing, right? Y'all just let it marinate for another week and they're gonna have the other white people that's not gingers in shambles. Y'all, white people hate to not be included in some shit. Like, I don't even want to get into the whole LGBTQ situation. Like, and I'm gay, mind y'all. I don't like. It was a point of time where shit just became a trend. Like, bitch, why are you having a whole 30-minute video coming out to the internet? Like, black people did that too, but I'm just saying, like, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, just watch and see how black people and gingers are, like, you know, coming together and white people are not going to be included. They do not like that. They are about to, next executive order, Trump is going to say gingers are getting deported. Blacks and gingers are getting deported. That's going to be the next.
Oh, man, hold on. We're going to stop there, yeah. We're going to stop there. I'm going to stop. It's literally so many videos. Wait, hold on. I like his hair. That's why I clicked on this.
About how they telling them gingers that they are black because they have that melanated mutated DNA and because they have, you know, the red hair and all of that in the Haitian ancestor. I understand they have melanin within them. I understand that they are the blacks of the whites. I understand that. They are. I always said if I was going to be a white girl, make me a redhead.
I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna just stop. That's what I thought I clicked on right here. Why is it?
How they telling them gingers that they are black?
I don't know. The computer's like bugging. I'm clicking on this and it keeps going to the. His hair's fire. That's what I'm saying. Like that's how. There's a lot of Nigerian. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and play one before I get off this. Let me go ahead and. Okay, so like Nigerian redhead, just to show y'all. Y'all think they're gonna get mad at gingers? Okay, so we're real like this right here, this baby right here.
How I ended up with a redhead daughter. Just gave birth to her. It's a story for another day. I guess my ancestors had something to do with this whole redhead magic. On her days, she's officially my boss. I serve, obey, and give her whatever she wants.
Now you got a lot, like I said, that are just you're not gonna find no mixing. It's just that DNA. And then you got some that obviously you got your biracial folks, but you know, you won't be surprised what you find on that continent. You know, do your homework. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. I think that was a pretty fun video. Dang, I am sweating bullets. It's so hot in this room. I'm always sweating bullets. But we're gonna wrap up this video and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Shout out to my redheads out there. I always love my gingers. Definitely. Shout out to them gingers. And yeah, I'm actually thinking right now of Stranger Things with what was that kid's name? I forgot his name. It was like the couple. I forgot. I completely forgot their name. But was it like was her name Sam or something? I don't know. But I love Stranger Things. I just don't remember their names. It's been a while. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll be back with more soon. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to hit that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Much love.